Hi, welcome to SortaOkay Reviews, where every fan is welcome. I'm Nathan Bedard, and today, we got pretty much a haul video. Of course, I'm filming this the next day, because yesterday was it yesterday? Yeah. No, it was the day before. It was, Friday. Friday was New York Comic-Con release for Funko, pretty much. There's not really a con going on this year, of course, due to the whole pandemic and everything, but they still, of course, release pops like they did SDC. Now, the biggest thing going into this was pretty much, are they gonna do as bad as they did last time? Because SDC was an absolute crap show. It was horrible. I would say it made a couple people just give up pop collecting all in general. Like, a lot of people were done after that because it was bad. It was really, really bad. So, and New York Comic Con had a lot of great releases that were coming out. They would have had even more if they would have been able to keep some of the stuff that they kind of teased about. But I was excited. Pretty much, like, the number one thing I wanted was the Danny Phantom pop from Nickelodeon. That was my main want. But pretty much, and Funko did a lot of new things this time around. So I'm going to show you pretty much my haul from Nycc. Some of the stuff I haven't received yet because I had to get it online, of course. But I'm going to show you what I was able to get, of course, in stores. And kind of tell you my experience and how New York Comic Con went. And hopefully enjoy the video. But let's get started. So, pretty much, when it came to SDC, usually for cons, I would wake up really, really early, go to wherever store I wanted to first to get the thing I wanted most, and then go from there and just wait. But I thought, okay, due to the pandemic, everything, the mall probably if they saw somebody in there, they would immediately kick them out because they don't want them in there. That did not seem to be the case. So I learned that. So this time, I knew. But we didn't even go to the mall this time. First stop was Target. So I got to the Target parking lot probably around 4 o'clock. Really, really early. There was nobody there. I just sat there right by the doors and just pretty much played some mobile games and watched some YouTube videos and just relaxed, kind of. It's actually kind of peaceful when you get there really early, and especially when people come along, and then you just talk to them. It's pretty nice. But so I got there. I was actually quite shocked because the first person didn't show up till about, I want to say 7:20, and they opened up at 8. And that's why I went to Target first, because even though they were saying all retailers are gonna, I knew that wasn't the case, because most of these places opened up at 12. So if anything, they would open up maybe at 11 or 10 o'clock, but they weren't gonna open up at freaking 9 o'clock in the morning. But Target, I know, always opened up at 8. So I was like, let me go there first, because then I can decide whether or not where I want to go after that. So one worry I also had is they had like a Target con previously, and supposedly some stores were releasing the Nycc pops. And I was scared. I was like, okay, it's like 7:20, because the Danny Phantom was probably the number one want, or at least top 2, 3 maybe of the whole con. I knew that one was the one to get. So I was like, it was scaring me that not a lot of people showed up. So then 7:20, somebody else came. He was a nice collector. We chatted for a little while. Then another person showed up. Then like a couple general just shoppers, like about 10 minutes before they were about to open. But I talked to him, and he said that he called the guy, and like they couldn't definitely say that they had him or were getting him, but he said just make sure you come tomorrow. So that gave me some good thoughts. I was like, okay, cool. So then store opened. We went. I didn't really record anything at the stores because I just wanted to make sure I get these. Maybe next time I will, now that we're pretty much back to doing videos. But so went back there, and they had 6 of them, which, I mean, to Target, that's really kind of like a normal amount for them. But the guy was really nice. He went back there, got them, and then everybody was pretty civil. There was only 3 people that actually were there to get it, and he actually had his friend there that was there to get one too. So it was really just us, which absolutely just shocked me. And So we were able to get one. So let me show you first. So of course I did get the Danny Phantom pop. And I'll tell you right now, like, this was definitely my number one of this con. I absolutely love this pop. It was really cool. It makes me excited. Hopefully they'll do more, because I'm pretty sure that they'll see the popularity of it and they'll want more done. But I was as soon as I got this, like, that made my day. I was excited. That it brought me back into the love of collecting Funko. I was like, okay, great. Something to notice though, this one wasn't as bad, but like right up here where his hairline is, the paint's not that great. And I saw that on like all of them. I don't know if my store was just that one, but I also saw a lot of people kind of seeing the same issues too. So just keep a lookout on the paints if you did get one, or were able to get one, or still can get one. But yeah, so first pickup was Danny Phantom. Super excited about this one. So we got that. I was excited. So then that's when the game plan started. I was like, because my next really want was Kaguya from GameStop, and also Beetlejuice from GameStop. So I was going to go down to my local GameStop by my house, which is, they get a lot of people, but it's mainly for games, and there's collectors out in my area too. So but it's low. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll go there. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, you know what? I looked online and it showed that the GameStop on where the mall, the Oaks Mall, which is in Gainesville, which I go to, was actually going to open up an hour early. So I was like, and they had a Books A Million, which I also wanted the Ron from Harry Potter that Books A Million was going to get, because I don't have a Books A Million in my area. So I was like, all right, let me just, instead of that, let me go up to Gainesville, because it was like 8:30 by the time I got this pop. It was in and out quick, so I had plenty of time. And so I decided to make the trip up there, and I got into the mall. I think it was like around 9:30 when I got to the mall. I was able to get in, no problem. And actually, I got there, and surprisingly, there was already still three people waiting in front of Hot Topic. And I knew most of them. A lot of those guys had been there before. They were really cool guys, so we were able to conversate. But something that definitely threw me for a loop was the fact that, so I got there, and I was telling them, like, oh yeah, I'm here for the Kagi. I'm gonna wait over there by GameStop first. They're like, I wouldn't. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, it says on their thing that because one nice thing GameStop does is they'll put like numbers of what they got for these cons, and it showed they had one Kaguya, and all the other areas all said 1, 2, which was absolutely crazy. I'm like, GameStop has been pretty limited on their stock, but one, and there was already 2 guys in line, and I was like, okay, well, there's no way that, unless like an employee comes and says, oh hey, we got more, don't worry. I wasn't gonna waste my time with that. Like, so I was like, let me go get, I wanted Mr. Compress at Hot Topic, and I was debating if I wanted the comic book guy, but I was like, all right, so forget GameStop, because one, I can go on when everything drops online at like 9 a.m. So I'm on the east, so it would be like 12 o'clock is when everything was going to drop online. So I was like, you know what? If that's the only place I got to go to straight online, then I can have a shot at GameStop, and I'll have a shot at the Funko shop. So I was like, let me just wait a Hot Topic, because they actually were going to open up an hour early. So I went over to Hot Topic. I decided to wait there. I was like fourth in line. And we're just all sitting there conversating, and then finally, closer to when they open, the manager comes, and she's like, all right, so we're doing something new. And I'm pretty sure you've all heard about this by now, but Hot Topic, before it used to be 5 per person, which is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody, like, they know what they're doing there. Like, you're buying 5. You're not buying 5 for your friends. You're buying 5 to flip or sell. So they came out and pretty much said, so from corporate, it's 2 per person, 2 per household, pretty much. And one really nice thing that I like they did, and I don't think all Hot Topics did this, because I've seen a little different styles everywhere else, or seen different guidelines in place other places. But at mine, pretty much she came out, I would say about 20 minutes before they were about to open, and was like, okay, I'm going to give you numbers. These are the order in which you're going to enter the store. We're only going to let 5 people in at a time. And then 2, I'm going to come out with little pictures of the pops and of the stock that we have, and then give you a sticker of what you want, tell me what you want, and then so that way you know that you're going to get one, which I really like, because God forbid you're all the way at the end of the line and you finally get in there and they're like, oh yeah, we don't have any, I'm sorry, and you just wasted all that time when you could have either gone to a different store to technically maybe get something that you could trade to get what you really wanted, or you could just go to another store and get what you wanted, or try online. So I really, really liked that. So then she, of course, everybody was kind of getting 2 though, and like I said, I don't blame people if they do get 2, because like as a collector, you know, unless somebody's absolutely not going to get one, then I can understand. Hey, everybody get one, but you know, you get one to maybe not flip, but to get something that you want, because not all of us can get everything at these cons, so we gotta kind of figure ways around that. But all in all, it was a really good experience. Like compared to last time, it was, because last time was an absolute crap show. So I really liked the way Hot Topic was doing it. So without further ado, I got in there. First thing, of course, I got was pretty much the most wanted one of at Hot Topic, was Mr. Compress. So there he is right there. So he's a pretty cool pop. I like the villains. I would say my favorite is Twice. I like him a lot. And I have Stain and I have Davi, so of course it seems like these villains they shoot up after a little bit. But I had to have him in my hero collection. So I got him. Really cool mode. I will say, forget what you might, if you don't like the character or whatever. As far as the mode goes, pretty cool. So I got him, and then also I decided. So I don't collect this line per se. I don't have one besides this one in the collection, but it kept I was like, I kind of want it. I kind of do want it, just because I do remember that part, and I'm a nerd. I'm comic book, all that stuff, and also too I've been going to Universal a lot, so being in the Simpsons area, it's maybe been watching the cartoons, and I also really kind of thought about getting the Kang Crota 2-pack when it came out. So this time I was like, you know what? Let me get this, and if I decide I don't want it later on, I can trade it for something I really like. But I'll tell you right now, I'm really glad I did get it, because when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it's just one of those one in my collections where I'm like, okay, I'm glad I got this. And that was, of course, the comic book guy from The Simpsons. And I like he's pulling out the comic book with the glove. It's really cool. And I've heard a lot of places this was one of the ones that was selling out the fastest. Some people said they only got 4. Our location looked like it had 15 maybe, but it's weird how the stock went at all these places. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, I'm really glad I got this one. Like I said, I don't think I will be trading this for something else. I think I want to keep this, and I think I just want to get very specific certain Simpsons pops from moments that I really, really enjoyed. But yeah, I really like this pop. Alright, so I had a quick little interruption, but yeah, I was really glad I got this. So then, I've noticed every time I've gone to Hot Topic on a con release that they usually have stuff that I've been looking for, and they get secret restocks or stuff like that of stuff I want. So I wanted to look after. But what they were doing was kind of okay, buy your stuff, your con pops first, and then you can go look, and then technically you were supposed to wait at the end for everybody to be done, then they would get you. But the manager saw that people were, me and the people in front were wanting to look, and then we knew what we want. We got 2 things. We're like, hey, we're ready. And so what she would do is she would check us out at the other register. So with that being said, I saw 3 pops that I wanted. Because it was the 3 for, but it turns out that one of the pops that I got didn't qualify for the 3 for 27, but I wanted that pop anyways. And 2, I had the lady when I bought those con pops, the lady gave me a $15 off $40 more. So either way, I was getting 3 pops. But first, I got this 50th anniversary Disney Archives Sorcerer Mickey. Now I know that I think Amazon had this big 8-pack or whatever of all of them on the back here. You can pretty much get all of them in one pack. But I really didn't want the Beanstalk Mickey or the plain crazy Mickey. If anything, I would just like the classic Mickey, and of course I want to collect all the Sorcerer Mickeys. Sorcerer Mickey is my favorite. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, I definitely want that. And two, I love the base on it. It's just unique. So then I decided to get here, let me take some of this out. Then the other pop to kind of feel, I saw this. I have a couple of music pops. I have, I think they're over here. Freddie Mercury, and I have Ed Sheeran. I try to get the ones of the artists I really, really like. Like, I listen to music every day. So, and I saw this one, or when it first came out, I decided not to get it. But then when I saw it restock, I was like, yeah, let me pick this guy up while I'm here. But that's Brandon Urie from Panic at the Disco. I really like this one. So I was like glad to add this in the collection too. And so then I was like at 3, and really actually these were the after choices, because what I really saw that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't pre-order this on their website, and they had a bunch in stock, and I'm like, wasn't expecting to be there, but it was the Flocked Champa, which I was super excited to see this. I completely forgot about it after a while, but I saw it. I was like, oh, yep, definitely getting that. And then the 3 for $27. But this guy didn't qualify because he's 15. So, but still, I was like, well, I'm getting him anyways, and then I'll get the other 2. But I was shocked to see this. Like I said, every time I've gone, they've had like random pops that I didn't think would be in stock at the time. So that was pretty cool. But so then I think that brought me to, I think it was like 37. Oh, and I got this because I thought it would have gotten me to the 40, but it was like 20 cents. But I got this cool little Bakugo sticker. I don't know what I'm going to stick it on. Maybe my iPad, or just maybe on a display or something. But I got this because I thought, like I said, it would get me to the 40, but it didn't. So I was like, crap, do I got to get another pop? Let me don't just throw in something random just to get to that point, because then it wouldn't feel worth it. But then I saw that they had these like on the corner. I don't know if these are new. I should have probably asked the lady, but they had these. So pretty much kind of like what GameStop, everybody's doing, is they have like heavily pop sales. They're selling their own protectors, and they had these. It's a 5-pack. There's like a bunch of pops out there. Of course, a lot of people don't like the actual Funko ones. I agree with them, because they are thick and durable to an extent, but they're expensive, and it's just, there's better ones out there. And I wouldn't recommend, I can already tell you, like, this, I think was, this is $10 for 5. So you're pretty much paying $2 for a pop protector, which is not worth it. Maybe if you have hot cash and you don't see any pops you like, but you need protectors, then this would be perfect. But since I just needed to get to that amount, and I'm like, you know what, I could throw these on the NYC pops that I get. It was a no-brainer. And I could try them out. So I saw these and I got that. So that got me to the 40, got the coupon. So then I got out of there. And then pretty much GameStop was sold out of everything immediately after. So I booked, it was about 11:30. So I booked it over to Books A Million. And pretty much I went in there, and usually they're pretty good, but of course it happens every now and then. I got in there and asked the lady, I was like, hey, do you have these? She's like, oh, no, we've already had somebody come in, ask about it. We haven't gotten it yet, but I could take your number, this and that. And I was like, no, it's fine. So I was kind of bummed out about that, but I was looking around, just seeing what they had. And this wasn't Funko related, but I did see this, and it's a little bit more expensive than if you do it on Amazon or whatever, but I needed to complete it. The collection in that line, but I finally found the regular Black Power Ranger, because Walgreens has one where he has the dragon shield on him, and I just wanted the regular one. So now I have all the Mighty Morphin except for the green, which is going to be coming out soon, but I have like the white, so I have like the main collective Mighty Morphin group. But I saw this and I was like, okay, well, this will make it worth it coming over. So I was happy to find that. And then, I was looking around the pops too. They actually had Books A Million actually had a pretty decent selection of pops. But so then I was like, okay. I actually asked the lady, I was like, hey, can you actually cash me out over here? Because it was a long line, and it was about 4 minutes till everything was dropping online. So I got back in my car, waited. Pretty much, I decided, I'm like, let me go to GameStop first, because it made sense to go to GameStop on GameStop's website first, because the Funko shop is going to get bombarded with people. You're going to try to add things to the cart, and there's a lot of stuff. It was going to be a mess. So I was like, my main goal was to get the Kaguya and Beetlejuice. That was the two pops that I wanted most, and if I just got those, I'd be happy. The only thing I really needed at the Funko shop that was not sold anywhere else was the Harry Potter, the Weasley house, and that thing was like $50. So I was like, that's not going to sell out. I'm almost certain that's not going to sell out. I can probably go back in there and buy it. So 12 o'clock hits. I hit refresh, and then finally about 2 minutes after 9, which was good. They didn't hit early, so bots couldn't eat everything up. It went live. Boom, I added Kaguya to cart. I added Beetlejuice to cart. Oh, and that's another thing too. So not only did GameStop get one of Kaguya, but Bart, Werewolf Bart, and Beetlejuice were not even there. I don't know if something happened in the manufacturer or what, or their shipment got delayed, but they weren't there. So that really made it. I was like, yeah, I'm not waiting at GameStop. But so I was able to order them on GameStop's website. Easy peasy, checked out, great. So then I went over to Books A Million's website to order the Ron. It was a little fidgety, but like I said, I don't think a lot of people were running for him. And I didn't see him on the Funko shop website at all. And it didn't even say sold out on like a lot of things. It just wasn't there. So I don't know what happened, but I went to Books A Million, ordered that online. And then I tried to do Entertainment Earth to get Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. Those weren't needs. Those were just like, if I get them, I get them. But Entertainment Earth site was a crap show. It sucked. It wasn't taking my password, and I heard a whole bunch of people had problems, but it sucked. It was horrible. I ended up not getting them, but it was okay. So then after that, I decided to jump onto the Funko shop, see what they had left. I think this was about 5 minutes after everything went live. So I get on there, and of course they had the Weasley house. They didn't say in stock. It's still in stock right now to this day. So as I figured, it wasn't going to sell out. So I got that, added that to cart, easy checkout. And then pretty much everything was at that point sold out. I think the G.I. Joe and I think Fortnite was the only thing that was still available. But after that point, and Dwight was sold out too, because that was one I was thinking about getting. But lately I've been having such good luck when I like on these cons, like I'll go to my Walmart and they'll weirdly have them. So I've been figuring, I'm like, okay, and they've been really adding to their displays for their collectibles. So I'm like, okay, well, they'll probably have them this time, because every time that a cons come and they've had the Dwight pops, they've had them that day. So I was like, all right, let me go to my Walmart on my way home and I'll check them out. And sadly, I got there and they did not have him. So, and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, did you guys get him? And then, of course, like, unluckily, I did not get a guy that wanted to help. He's like, yeah, no, I know this area. Trust me, we don't have them. Like, all right, cool, thanks. So then I went back out of my car and I'm like, crap. All right, let me see if he's still available online. Went on Walmart's website. People are saying sold out, but I went on there and I was able to add it to cart, check out. Now it said pre-order and it said it would be available in January, which I don't know if it's going to be true. And two, I could see what could happen is, and it's happened a couple of times, is I could show up in the store 2 days later and they could have some in the store and I could just buy it, cancel my order. But if not, and if I just got to wait till January, I'm fine with that. I'll have all the Recyclops, so no rush. So if I get it, cool, I got it. But that was pretty much it. So that was like pretty much my haul. So I'm waiting on Kaguya, I'm waiting on Beetlejuice, waiting on the Weasley house, Ron from Wizarding Cup, and then of course I'm waiting on Dwight. And everything else, I would say that this con was much better. It was a good experience. It really brought me back to not quite back to what it used to be, but it was definitely a lot better. And I know a lot of people were still complaining because like the stock was still limited. I think one Kage at each GameStop at least at our area. Why? Like at least 2 or 3? Like come on. Like it was horrible. So I don't think it's quite there yet, but it's also not 1,000% their fault with the stock, because I know like with the whole COVID, it's hard to produce, because they probably too like they would have a lot more pops in general like that they would have released for these cons if it wouldn't have been for this whole thing. So, but I think at least the stores did better this time, and I mean it's just a rule with collecting. You gotta, if you want something, you gotta be there early. Granted, I don't. If a guy gets there first and he buys up 20, that's a no-go. But if you get there and you buy maybe 2 and you're there, you got there at 4 o'clock, you deserve one. But like I said, the stores, I feel like this time made it fair, and it was a really fun experience. It really, like I said, it brought me back. I got a lot of cool pops. I'm excited to get stuff in the mail for the rest of the stuff, but that's pretty much it for the rest of the year. I think the only thing up is LA Comic-Con, which I think they'll just, of course, release these things online. I don't even know if they'll have anything. Usually everything they've had lately, I haven't been interested in. So this is probably going to be the last con till next year comes. And God, hopefully next year we can go back to like regular, somewhat maybe, but who knows. But yep, no more lingering on. That's gonna do it. Let me know down in the comments below, how was your New York Comic Con experience? Was it any better? Was it worse? Were you able to get everything you wanted? Like I said, my number one want was Danny Phantom. But that's gonna do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And have a great day.